So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
To throw is Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Prescott looks to throw on first. A dump off to Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. 40, not quite to the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
Now it's Watson, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Prescott now on second down. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll finally be taken down, but he gets inside the Houston 20. And give him a gain of 37. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. A first down carry for Smith. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. Loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
One thing I know, defensive coaches love it when they don't have to invite their players to the party. This strong safety, you never have to ask him twice to help in run support. He's going to ride and in a bad mood.
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here comes the Texans now. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that pickup there. 26 yards.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Sometimes it looks pretty simple, batting the ball away. But oftentimes there's some pretty good teaching and practice that goes into it. Being able to get to the receiver, not interfere, and get his hands through the football and knock it away.
Lamar Miller. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Thomas, the intended target. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Let's go. Let's finish now.
On second down, Elliott. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down. Prescott from the gun on third. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Swing to the field, right. To the right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
46. Here we go.
Second down, Prescott. He goes full extension, and he's got it. That one goes for 24 yards.
To me, there's nothing like watching rookie effort in the NFL. So excited to be there. They're going to give you the max on each and every play, aren't they?
Well, he proved himself on that catch, that's for sure.
I think he may have proved himself to the point where he's going to get a second here.
10th carry now for Elliott. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go. 47.
Prescott from the gun. And Beasley with it over the middle. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
The days of knowing your assignment, dropping to it, and calling it a day, that's over with. Because now, when you drop into a zone, especially as a defensive back, you're seeing the play in front of you. So if a man wanders into your area, guess what? Now it goes from zone to man-to-man coverage in many cases. And on this particular play, able to see the play in front of him, react to it, and knock the ball away. Gotta like what you just saw there, if you like zone defense.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And now out comfortably, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Play action for Miller. Now Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They go play action here on first down. He sets to fire deep. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. On the crossing route, complete. It's Hopkins. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. On first down, it's Watson. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Now Watson. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Watson. Going deep this time for Miller. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return to you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors. But overall, I think they wanted to be positive with it. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Buying time is left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Watson going to give this one to Miller. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Miller. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. They're going for it. It's Watson. But he's got the completion to Hopkins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third. The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Watson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Now the offense not going anywhere. They're staying out there. They've converted once already on this drive. Here they go again on fourth down. And with the play clock running low, Bill O'Brien's going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on fourth down? They will indeed snap it to Watson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Jeff Heath, the strong safety, able to get in there on the coverage. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on fourth.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
46, 46. Good. Under. 26.
A second down throw for Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
47.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup, 56 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
He
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. Going to throw again. Setting up the screen for Miller. Miller with a first down and more. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you get all that open space with big guys leading the way.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things that is not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and react into the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Watson on third down. Going up top. That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Back now in Arlington. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'd be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Back to throw, Watson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd in positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Go to 54, go to 54.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is taken at about the 14. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. 2. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, 480. 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here late.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
What's going on, YouTube? What's going on, YouTube?
We'll
Welcome
come back to wrap this one up after this.
Let's get it.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go, 480. 26.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
We got 4. Here we go, 480.
We're going to play it safe all day.
Right, 55. Check, 55.
Matter of fact,
Here we go, count.
The give is to Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Oh, eluding the tackle. Elliott a 1st down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
get it.
Ezekiel Elliott from 17 yards out. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game.
No time like I see you work.
One away. And now out comes Houston. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 35. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Prescott here to throw. A dump off to Elliott. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Prescott from the gun, throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Oh, in the game.
We're working on again. Let's see who get in.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
41's the will.
It's a keeper with Prescott. So call that no gain on the sneak, and now they're still a yard short here on 4th.
They gain nothing, and all they need are inches. Usually we put this on the offensive line, but sometimes it's the quarterback's fault as well on the sneak. You've got to get low and burrow.
Usually we talk about O-line surge, their D-line surge leading to 4th. The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0, Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
Ankle repair for that one. Big boy move.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaunt. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.
Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Get out of here. Yeah.